In a small town in Nigeria, there lived a young lady named Adebimpe. She was a single mother, struggling to raise her baby boy, Adeola. Life was tough, and Adebimpe found it hard to provide for both of them. One rainy day, Adebimpe made a heartbreaking decision. She took Adeola to an orphanage. "Please, take care of my son. I can't provide for him," she said, tears streaming down her face. The orphanage workers, kind and understanding, took Adeola in. Adebimpe promised to visit Adeola, but life got even harder. She lost her job and had to move to another town. Eventually, she lost contact with the orphanage and couldn't find a way to check on her son. Years passed, and Adebimpe found love again. She married a kind man named Akin, and they had a beautiful daughter named Yetunde. Adebimpe's heart still ached for Adeola, but she focused on her new family. Adeola grew up in the orphanage, feeling lonely and abandoned. He always wondered why his mother left him. Despite the sadness, he grew into a kind and strong young man, determined to make something of himself. Yetunde was a bright and cheerful girl. She loved reading and dreaming about her future. She often asked her mother about her past, but Adebimpe always changed the subject, hiding her pain. One day, Yetunde met a young man named Adeola at a community event. They became friends, and their friendship soon blossomed into love. They were inseparable, sharing dreams and supporting each other. Adeola proposed to Yetunde under the stars, promising to love her forever. Yetunde said yes, her heart filled with joy. They decided to tell their families about their plans. When Adeola met Yetunde's family, Adebimpe felt a strange connection to him. She couldn't understand why she felt so emotional. "Mama, this is Adeola, the love of my life," Yetunde introduced him. As they talked, Adebimpe noticed a birthmark on Adeola's arm. It was the same one her son had. Her heart raced. "Adeola, do you know where you were born?" she asked, trembling. Adeola shared the story about growing up in an orphanage and never knowing his parents. Adebimpe's eyes filled with tears. "I think you're my son," she whispered, her voice breaking. Adeola and Yetunde were stunned. "Mama, how is that possible?" Yetunde asked. Adebimpe explained her past, the struggles, and how she lost contact with the orphanage. They all cried together, overwhelmed by the revelation. Adeola felt a mix of emotion. He was happy to find his mother, but also hurt by the years of separation. "Why didn't you come back for me?" he asked, tears in his eyes. Adebimpe held her son, sobbing. "I'm so sorry, my dear. Life was hard, and I couldn't find a way back to you," she explained. Adeola forgave her, understanding the pain she went through. Adebimpe, Akin, Yetunde, and Adeola sat together, talking for hours. They shared their stories, laughed, and cried. It was a bittersweet reunion, but their hearts began to heal. Adebimpe and Akin welcomed Adeola into their family with open arms. They made up for lost time, creating new memories and cherishing every moment. Adabimpe often looked at her family with gratitude. She thanked God for reuniting her with her son. Adeola and Adabimpe's relationship grew stronger. They forgave each other and healed the wounds of the past. Their bond was unbreakable, built on love and understanding. Despite their love for each other, Yetunde and Adeola realized that their relationship couldn't continue as it was. They were brother and sister, and marrying each other was impossible. Their hearts were heavy, but they knew they had to do what was right. To move forward with their lives, Adeola and Yetunde needed to go through a purification ritual. It was a way to cleanse their souls and break the emotional bond they had as a couple. The ritual was important for their peace and to accept the reality of their situation. In a quiet and solemn ceremony, Adeola and Yetunde, along with their families, gathered at the village shrine. The priest, a wise old man named Baba Afolabi, led them through the purification process. Close your eyes and let go of the past, Baba Afolabi said gently. Embrace your new path and accept the love of your family. Adeola and Yetunde held hands, feeling the weight of their emotions. They prayed silently, asking for strength and guidance. The priest sprinkled holy water on them and chanted ancient prayers. The air was filled with a sense of renewal and hope. After the purification, Adeola and Yetunde felt a sense of peace. They knew they had to move forward with their lives separately. They promised to always support each other as siblings and cherish the bond they shared. With time, Yetunde met a kind and understanding man named Tunde. He was patient and loving, and he helped Yetunde heal from her past. Tunde understood the complexity of her story and accepted her fully. One evening, Tunde proposed to Yetunde in a beautiful garden. Will you marry me, Yetunde? I promise to love and cherish you forever, he said, holding out a ring. Yetunde smiled, tears of joy in her eyes. Yes, Tunde, I'll marry you, she replied, feeling a new chapter beginning in her life. Meanwhile, Adeola focused on blending with his newfound family. He spent time with his mother Adebimpe and stepfather Akin. They created new memories and bonded over shared experiences. Adeola also volunteered at the orphanage where he grew up, helping children who were in the same situation he once was. It gave him a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Yetunde and Tunde's wedding was a joyous celebration. Adeola stood by Yetunde's side, proud of her strength and happiness. Adebimpe and Akin watched with tears of joy, grateful for the journey their family had taken. The two families came together, united by love and understanding. They celebrated not only the wedding but also the bond they shared. It was a day filled with laughter, dancing, and hope for the future. Over time, Adeola and Yetunde found peace in their new lives. They supported each other as siblings and cherished the moments they spent together. They knew their paths were different, but always intertwined by love. Adeola and Yetunde's journey taught them the importance of family, love, and resilience. They faced their challenges with courage and emerged stronger. Their story inspired many in the community, showing that even the most difficult situation could lead to brighter future. Together, they created a legacy of love, forgiveness, and hope. Their lives were a testament to the power of family and the strength of the human spirit. The family celebrated every milestone together, cherishing the moments they had missed. Birthdays, anniversaries, and holidays were filled with joy,